What it do, gaming family? What's going on with you guys? This is your boys. We are back at it once again. I am the Esky Hokage.
Big Hus.
And man, I got with me that's always there by my side. It's my man, 100 Grand, my brother from another. Can't be replaced by no other. It is the notorious DUB, aka the Dub, ladies and gentlemen. And we are Victory Road, a gaming podcast presented to you by the Blurred Syndicate. So everybody, we are back, man. We are live. It's been a minute since we did a live. But no, I'll take that back. We did we streamed some Scott Pilgrim Saves the World another last time we were live, man.
We sure did. We did.
We did a little stream there. What's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by.
Not much, man. You know,
I love the Gundam profile pictures. But yeah. So tonight, man. So we both had I had tickets to PAX. I couldn't make it, but fortunately,
not only did he have tickets, he had a media badge.
I did.
He was VIP. He was gonna get in places I couldn't go.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go. However, the Dub went.
Tell him why, because your ass out the country and shit.
Yes, I did. I did leave. We did go out the country, man. Your boy celebrated his 40th birthday. You know what I'm saying? In the big 4-0. Yeah.
40. So. Hold on, wrong way.
Yeah. So, but fortunately, Dub had the opportunity to go, man, and I heard he had a ball.
Yeah,
so we're gonna talk about his experience, his time, man, what he did kind of at PAX, and then we'll also talk about a game we both got a chance to play and finish, which is South of Midnight. So we'll be discussing that tonight. So yeah. So Dub, I'm gonna go ahead and let you kind of have the floor, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about your time at PAX, man.
Man, first I'll shout out to Philly because she was kind of like the person showing me around because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You like when I go to cons, I go to the vendor's room, look around there, walk around, and I leave. But because I think this was like the first time I had somebody who like was like, okay, these people are gonna be here, so we're gonna do this and do this and this. Because even me and Hus go like, all right,
yeah.
Let's see what they selling. All right. About ready to go.
Listen, that's how it be.
Yeah, you slide. But it was cool because like we got to test a lot of different games. I actually got some footage of her like testing stuff and me because she was more because it was like indie developers like on Steam and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you know I'm a console guy on top of a handheld guy, so I don't play on PC. So like it was kind of weird for me to like hop on some of these games and use goddamn W and, to move my person, but I got a chance to play Doom 2, and boy, your boy was bodying niggas. Like I was in there like. Granted, it was like they had like one section of Doom where it was like everybody here is doing the vehicle stuff. These people are doing PvE, and then this group of folks are doing PvP. Your boy's part of the PvP group because I had to let them know.
Hey.
And so like Rook got 5 kills, but you know I ain't watched Doom yet. I got bodied by the sandworm, and now it's still running around naked the rest of the time. and like after you kind of like did that whole thing, it was kind of like kind of got boring because after I kind of that first raid, like I'm bodying motherfuckers. It was like damn, now we just wander around this endless vast sand. Yeah. Then we
just real quick, just want to answer. So unfortunately, man, we won't be at MomoCon this year, man. Next year we go try to go. I done had so many folks ask me to ask us about going, bro. That's something I want to definitely try to get to is MomoCon, especially since it's right in Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey, while you playing, you need to try to come out here for Anime Expo in July. But then again, you probably gonna be on the grill. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that 4th of July weekend. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we got a family trip. Brittany has she going to the teachers conference they have in Mobile. It's like big, and she going this year for the first time. So we all got to go.
Yeah, all gotta go.
Yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, GD pointed they got an anime expo in Atlanta in December. So that might be the move because we're also trying to go to DreamHack. They got DreamHack at the end. I think it was basically Halloween weekend. So we're trying to go to DreamHack.
Oh, that's the Geeknik.
No. That's you thinking about that's BlurredCon.
Okay.
BlurredCon. That's next year and that'll be in I think Maryland, DC, up in that area.
Okay. But also I got this free shirt, Swap Meet, very much on brand.
That's when you that's the one you won.
I won a lot, bro. I don't never win shit, but I won a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I had won a PAX jacket, but the only problem was it was an extra large. So when I put it on, I was like, I would never be able to zip this bitch up. So it was like, if the day I be able to zip this jacket up,
yeah,
I won't be able to fit most of my clothes, and that's also a no. So you got to make decisions. So I won, and it was like a jacket that was like $89. So I won that at the Tekken tournament.
Oh,
I had to play. Yeah, I had to play. He was like, "Who was the loudest?" I'm like,
"You had to let them know."
Yeah, got the vocals together. You know what I'm saying? And then I won this shirt, and then I bought a bunch of pins. I found a new hobby of mine.
Yeah, I see. I saw.
Yeah, so I would take it down, but I'm scared.
Yeah, I
might
get
go back up right. Yeah,
listen,
so
I feel you.
Found some decorations. Yeah, man. What else? Yeah. What's up?
I was gonna ask you. I know you kind of told me about it, but what part of like how much time of like Crimson Desert did you play? I know that's a game myself I'm interested in. How much
Okay, so how they did the setup for Crimson Desert was cool.
Yeah.
So it's like overall it's about like 25-30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you watch like a 10 to 15 minute trailer of like gameplay and them explaining the game. Then you get another 15 minutes to play the game yourself. And so you get to fight 4 bosses.
Yeah.
And so you pick one and they got them like, okay, the hardest, easiest. Mine was the easiest. But I seen everybody else. No, I'm on PC, boss. No, I think I was on controller.
Okay.
So and I walked in, looked around, and everybody else find him. Because I was like, I gotta get my feet wet with him. Took about 5 minutes to find him, so that kind of killed my time.
Yeah,
because he was like in his castle, and I was like, and the dude was like, "Hey, you can go over here. It'll start." So and you know, so I died one time. All right, and after that, I ain't died no more. And then I looked at everybody else, and then Philly was playing right next to me. She's like, "Hey, y'all finna beat him." I was like, "He got 3 health bars." So she was just finished the first one. I was on the last one. I was like, "He got 3 health bars." And so I'm looking at everybody else kind of getting slaughtered, and your boy up there like,
"It's the Elden Ring." Don't call it the Elden Ring.
The Elden Ring. Because like, bro, if you put circle on the controller in this role, I can.
You good? That's all you need to know.
Circle and then these light heavy, bro. Everything else can feel natural. I think like the left trigger or L2 was blocked too, or parry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this out. He gonna get it.
That's what's up.
It was actually pretty straight though. I'm not gonna lie. It seemed like looking at the trailer. Yeah. And granted, as you progress through the game, you kind of get more advanced. It seemed like they packed a lot into it.
Yeah.
So it seemed like you did a lot with the controls. Like it was like almost like a swinging mechanic, like a web swing Spider-Man mechanic with certain stuff and stuff like that. So it was like a lot packed into one game, which could be good, could be bad.
True.
I wish I could have got more out of the controller because I'm not controller. Out the protagonist.
Yeah.
Because you know I'm at the point in my life where like the protagonist got to do something for me.
I get it. I've seen like a lot of the gameplay from the trailers and stuff like that. So it's a game that's been on my like kind of I've had my eye on. Like I don't know if I want to copy it or if I'm gonna wait to see. But it's something I've been interested in because I watched a lot of the gameplay, a lot of the trailers for it, and it looks really good. But once again, games always games can always be deceiving. So
you need to handle that.
Just for a second here.
Yeah. Yeah, he can take out that belt, man. Tell your ass. See, look at her. I'm gonna tag your wife in this and let her know how you talk to that boy when she ain't around. I'm gonna tag your wife.
Listen, I was talking to him nice. I ain't say nothing crazy. He just sleeping. He just wants somebody to to get him basically. But
yeah, tell him too old. You too old for that now.
Listen, and because he about as long, he's so doggone long, bro. But yeah, but that's what's up, man. So what? I mean, anything else interesting that you got to play that you was?
They had Elden Ring Night Rain there, but the line was so long, and I already played the beta, and I'm not really impressed by the game.
Yeah.
So therefore, I wasn't really trying to get at that. Oh, they had a game called God Save Birmingham.
I heard about that. I heard it's a PC game, but it's not Birmingham, Alabama. It's Birmingham, England.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
in my mind, it's Birmingham. Yeah, in my mind, it's Birmingham, Alabama. Because when I saw it, God Save Birmingham, I was like, yeah, because Batman ain't did it yet. You know what I'm saying? Batman ain't did it, so yeah, God Save Birmingham. That's what my mind went to.
Yeah. So did you play any of that?
Billy played it, and basically you're like this farmer.
Yeah.
And basically the village been polluted, so you go around pick up weapons and stuff to kind of hit the zombies. You don't get none of the store. He just wake up, go outside, the zombies there, he gotta survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but the zombies were moving like more Resident Evil 2 zombies, like kind of slow raw. They weren't World War Z zombies. So it made me, and you only got 15 minutes. So I don't know, at nighttime they kind of like pipe up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or they kind of slow and steady the whole time. But I ain't gonna lie, when they gang up on him, my boy face was in pain. You know what I'm saying? They got a hold of Phil at one time. All I seen my boy arch his back and do like this. I said, oh yeah. Yeah, I said, oh yeah, it's over with. It's over with. Yeah. Listen. You know how when you play Tekken, then you catch that L and they do that run. Yep. He hit one of them there. I said, it's over with for my boy. Yeah, God ain't gonna save you this time. Maybe on the net playthrough, but right now it's over with.
That's what's up, man.
Let's see what else I got. God Save Birmingham. Anything? I gotta go to my Steam wish list because I put a bunch of stuff in my wish list because I'm looking to play more Steam games this year.
And listen, I want to. I can run certain games on my. I can run some decent games on my PC, man. So I've been like, I want to get into certain things or start buying stuff on Steam to make myself play. Like if I go in my library right now, I got a few different games. Like I got a whole lot, but I got I got the RoboCop Rogue City, and I'm probably going to play that. I probably go play that on Steam. I know one game I do need to go ahead and quit playing around and buy is Repo. Everybody.
I got Repo, so if you want
playing Repo, it's only like $10 too. I need to go ahead and when I get a chance, that's something I need to put in my pocket or put in my cart and go ahead and buy Repo and Schedule One. I've been seeing everybody that Schedule One.
I got both on. I got both.
Have you played Schedule One?
I ain't booted up yet. I played Repo by myself like a little bit because I don't got no friends on Steam, and then all my friends they play cool titles, Madden, 2K, NCAA, college football.
Hey, listen.
So
we be on that college, but I will say on something. One thing we need to go spread some democracy. I've heard through the grapevine.
I've been seeing that too.
I know Pharaoh, man. I know I need to get the Steam Deck. I know.
He playing like a prostitute with a pussy, man. He playing with it hard, man. He playing hard.
But we need to get back on Helldivers to spread some democracy. They just had a update. You can customize. You can customize your guns now. You can customize your weapons.
It was some folks that was Helldivers at PAX, and I was like, I just want to yell out, "For Super!" You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm surprised you didn't. I would have. Listen, Eric, when I think it was at CamiCon, I ain't yelled it out, but the dude was like, I said it aloud, and he wasn't too far from me. I was like, for Super Irvin, did the salute. He listen, he did it right back, bro. Like they, most cosplayers they like shit like that. So
yeah,
but we need to go spread some democracy.
I saw Gail for my Baldur's Gate folks. I saw Gail.
You told me that.
So quick backstory: when I was playing Baldur's Gate, you know what I'm saying, I thought Gail was my type, man. You know what I'm saying? This my homeboy. You know, in games like that, you try to build up your relationship with everybody. Gail trying to get me out my drawers, you know what I'm saying? And I did not know it. And I had picked one prompt 2 minutes what Gail was trying to get at me. I had to cut the game off and start over. Because he wasn't going to clap my cheeks.
He wasn't trying to he wasn't trying to get at you. He had got at you. He
had got me. I was like, bro, and he did it so smooth. I was confused by like my prompts. I was like, hold on, brother.
You moving too fast. You moving too fast.
And then bro, like you got to the point was like you didn't know what to pick because it was like
either one of these could lead to some doubloons being released. Listen, man.
One of the storylines of Baldur's Gate 3 is if you don't get Gale together by a certain time, he gonna explode. He explode. So I had to cut it off before he exploded into my protagonist. You feel me? So
man, no, but no. But that's what's up. As far as overall, man, that's what's up, man. So
my passion for Tekken has been reignited.
I know they released a new character. What's the dude's name?
Anna. And then they released Anna, but he was the other dude that's been announced. I feel like he came from another game, like Virtual Fighter or something.
It's possible.
I forgot, but he was on another Tekken game recent. I think it was on Tekken 7.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the next character. Then they're gonna have a guest character and then another returning character to finish out the pack. So so I'm like, man, I'm like, but it's $40, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait.
You gotta get
my check. Get my what they say? Get my FEMA check first, Rob.
I'm talking about you gotta get your skills back right because I so you reach out to Sir and Justin about getting back on. So
I got online the other day and I bodied me somebody with Jack real quick. You know what I'm saying? I had to because the dude that won the Tekken turn, he was playing with Jack. So I was like, hey,
what's going on, Tony, man? Appreciate you stopping by.
What's good, brother? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of was like, hey, that's my guy he playing with. And thing about Jack, he's slow. Yeah. Big and slow. So like to see him kind of body folks, I was like, and then with certain moves I was seeing him do, I was like, I need to add that to mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
why you didn't enter the tournament? What you know what I'm saying? Since you like to touch folks, you could have entered the tournament and touched everybody. What happened?
Man, it was $10,000 prize, man. I knew somebody else needed it more than I did, man. That's what that was. Somebody else needed it more than I did, man. Listen, so yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Being charitable. I feel you.
Yeah. That was me tithing for the year.
Charity giving back to the community. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That was me tithing for the year. God, I know you hear me. That was me tithing. That was 10K that Fat Daddy could have put in his pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
When you side a blessing for ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's what's up. What so talked about that. I know we talked about with Tekken coming. Before we get into South of Midnight, man, I know you finished Expedition 33. You playing Doom. You say you're about a couple hours in, man. How I know you said it's a Doom game, but anything you like so far?
It's a Doom game. Mine is killing. I see it seems like they try to be more hands-on. Well, not hands-on. It feels like they try to develop more of a story. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember no Doom storylines like ever.
Don't care about that.
I didn't care. Like, granted, I'll be pissed off if they didn't put a story mode in it.
Okay, but have a campaign.
But I feel like they did put more effort into story mode than previous years from my more recent recollection. But like I said, I can't remember what I did yesterday, so I take that with a grain of salt. like cutscene, like every stage is 22 stages.
Yeah.
The little, but also I'm questioning the timeline because this supposed to be the Dark Ages. How the fuck we got a goddamn Megazord up there?
Listen,
And why the fuck we ain't had it in the more recent tunes? Like,
how soon you get to the Megazord? That's what I want to know. That's the only reason I'm really playing this for that Megazord.
Chapter 3, I think. Chapter 3. So
say
you can get there like within an hour.
Say less. Yeah, we go.
And it don't play too bad either. And then like I'm on chapter 5. Maybe it's chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on the dragon now. So the dragon pretty nice too. Yeah, so they kind of, you know what I'm saying, go ahead slide. But also I think I almost got all the guns too. I think I'm missing like one gun. Unless it's like another wheel. Yeah. My wheel's almost full. I think I just missing like one gun, one slot.
My boy over here working.
Yeah, man. Yeah, here bodying folks, you know what I'm saying? Splitting them in half. You know.
That's what's up. So just some quick news real quick. I noticed they did, I don't know if you saw, but they Marvel 1943 got pushed back to early next year.
I saw that because of your TikTok, by the way. I missed everything else.
Well, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm a little hurt by that. I really want it. I was really looking forward to that, especially because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Once it gets close to release, or when it actually go get a release date and get ready, I'm gonna shoot my shot at Kari Payton to see if I can get an interview. Like I'm trying to use my writing credentials with Gamer Social Club and try to get me an interview. I want that.
Hey, shoot,
pull my shot. Send them the picture we took and everything. Like, remember we met at this con, man. You know what I'm saying? I write for this gaming website, man. I just want to interview you about your role as Azuri in 1943. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna shoot it.
He gonna hit you with that, but put the love online, give you $1,000. You gonna ask for that money on.
Listen, we gonna try, man. You know, maybe they doing publicity for the game. Maybe I might be able to squeeze enough for the free ski. But
you never know. I throw a 3-5. He look like he smoked. I send him some that Cali stuff. You know, I don't smoke. I just go to the dispensary. Well, shit, he probably stay out here too, low key.
I'll say it's possible.
He probably stay out here.
But yeah. So move on to so tonight with After the Packs thing, we wanted to talk about our experience and our playthrough of South of Midnight. So before we get into it though, we doing spoilers, no spoilers. What you want to do?
We do no spoilers. Okay. Well, shit, low key been out long enough. We can do spoilers.
All right, so spoiler alert.
Yeah,
spoiler alert. We do. I need to get us a sign for that. Yeah. But spoiler alert. So if you have not played South of Midnight and you do care about spoilers, or care about the game, you don't want to spoil for you. You probably want to skip out on the next or the rest of the episode, or whatever the case may be. But we'll jump into it. So, boom, South of Midnight. How did you feel just about the game overall?
Okay, I'm not the super into black stuff person. I'm not that person. But I was surprised about how black it wasn't, or how, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. At least to in my opinion, because black music, but like also I feel like they had like some bluegrass, some country, like, you know what I'm saying? They had a few different options, which is fine. But like I feel like how the game was pushed out, you know what I'm saying? Then how many people were like, "Oh, I want to play this DEI crap." I felt like it was gonna be more black than what it was, and it kind of it kind of was. But I wish they would have pushed and marketed a different way, so more people could have known that. Because I feel like it wasn't necessarily a black store. I feel like it was just a black character, if that makes sense. Because she has one of her parents is white, which was surprising me. And it just seemed like instead of like going on about a black experience, it's more so about how she's chosen to be this thing, or she comes from a lineage of people. I don't know if they were necessarily related, but she's this.
It's in her. It's in her blood. See what it was. Yeah. It was. I think it was like being a weaver is what it's called. But yeah, it was in her blood. she was a chosen.
She was a witch. She was basically a witch. Let's call space, but basically she practiced. Her folks used to practice that juju, as my homeboy Nabu used to say. They call it juju over there in Nigeria. That juju.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was all that mess with that juju. So
well, yeah. Go ahead.
So that was just kind of different than what I was expecting, but I was cool with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just wish they would have marketed it a different way. Because like I said, in my mind, this was gonna be like on par like a Def Jam Vendetta type of game. You know what I'm saying? Like we was gonna have all the jazz musicians and all type. I'm gonna be down now Bourbon Street and it with all, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't that, which was fine. It didn't necessarily take away from the game, but it just altered my expectation. Like I said, it wasn't as black as I thought it would be. You know, I'm not that person that is like super into like it has to be this. But my expectation was one thing.
Yeah. Well, just to so it was supposed to be like Southern folklore. Is what they were going for. That's why the music, like they had. That's why I like the tone of the music tone. And I will say this: I like what you said about it wasn't a black story; it was just a story. But that's what it should feel like. You know what I'm saying? As far like certain things, I get certain things where you won't like say let's take Tales of Kenzera. The story itself was just a story, but you want to add the connotation of it being a black story because of where they were and the setting and stuff like that. I can understand it, but essentially it was just a good story. Same thing with like South of Midnight. It doesn't. I can't necessarily say it was a black story, and I can't say it wasn't a black story, but it was a good story regardless of.
It was a Southern story.
There you go. And that's I think that's what. So I watched a little bit more than the trailers. I watched like they had like a 30-minute deep dive into like the game and the developers and what they were doing and what they were going for, and they were trying to get, even though they had a black character or whatever, but it was more so a Southern story, Southern folklore, all those tales of from the Two Toes Tom to Hugging Molly. To all those are coming from like different areas and different folklore tales and things of that nature. Because they did, cannot think of the lady's name, but it's a black lady who's like an expert in folklore and tales of the nature. She consulted on the whole game. She's like a award winning. I can't think of her name, but I'm gonna have to go find it. But she's like an award winning storyteller, and she's black, and she consulted on the game the entire game. And like I said, the actress, of course, is black. Then the voice, because they had two different actors. It was the voice actress for Hazel, and then they had a different actress for the body. She was the mocap artist. She was
Donna Washington.
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. Donna Washington. She was a consultant on the game. So even though people were like, how are these people from Canada gonna make a story about the Southerners? They went and got people to guide them. And also, I think one of the guys, he was like, he spent a lot of time in the South because of his grandparents or something like that. But they went and consulted with good people. And for me, realizing, outside of them, knowing these people are from Canada, I think they got it right. They had just listening to the game, a lot of the sounds from the crickets to the stuff.
Bro, one thing that kind of caught me, I heard fucking cicadas in there, and I was like, it flashed me back to when we were kids and we were outside playing football and the sun was setting in the summer. Yep. Like I could legit like in that brief moment, I legit kind of was like, it took me back, like smell the grass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't put me on my knee. You know what I'm saying? So I felt pain on my back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking, bro. It took me back because I'm like, bro, you don't hear cicadas out here in California.
I can imagine.
You do hear the bitches in Alabama in the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's why I say sounds and everything. I think it was more so. It wasn't supposed to be It wasn't gonna, it wasn't gonna be like the jazz or whatever. Like they had certain things or certain elements, but it was more so a Southern story led by a black. It just had a black protagonist or whatever the case may be, man. But so who was your favorite character? And I'll make it. Let's go with without. Let's put Hazel to the side, and somebody that wasn't Hazel. Who was your favorite character from the game?
Let me think. Because I kind of want default.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of know. I think I know what yours gonna be. What my boy name is that owned the little bar?
Me and Laurent.
Yeah, Laurent. I feel
I like Laurent, bro, and I love his. I love his story. The story he had. I really liked his story. How he became, kind of what happened to him, and how he became who he was, and thought, whatever the case may be. I would say my favorite person is my favorite character outside of Hazel. Probably gonna be Catfish, but Catfish had a smart ass mouth.
Yeah, I was fucking with Catfish too. So I'm trying to think of somebody who ain't that obvious. But I think I'm thinking, what the See, I didn't play too many games because I don't forgot all the character names. But what was my girl that the big bitch? She was like the third, like the boss before the last one. The one that was kidnapping the kids.
Hugging Molly.
See, I was gonna call her Margaret. For some reason, I kind of just like, because with my master's degree being in psychology and social work and stuff like that, they kind of work close together sometimes. Mm-hmm. So it was just kind of like one of them things, like I could respect the work that Hugging Molly was doing.
Yeah.
But also I like the hillbilly that was up there by Hugging Molly too.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I know the dude.
Can't think of his name. But they had a lot of interesting characters, and especially when you hear like their trauma.
Yes.
That's talking about their traumas. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. It was you mentioned like with Hugging, like, cause I remember, and like you see Hugging Molly within like the first 10 minutes of the game. Because you jump, you be playing, and all of a sudden you see her in the background. See her crawl back. Like, what the fuck was
that? I thought that was a crocodile.
That was Hugging Molly.
Oh,
that was Hugging Molly that you see that crocodile. I was watching.
That would make sense because that would make sense because Hugging Molly saved them all.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I did like the Catfish. The story that got me. I ain't gonna say it caught me on guard. It just really, I was like, "That damn, that's fucked up." All of them was fucked up, but like the first, yes, I'm like, how do you do? Like, really, dude? You trapped your brother in this tree? Like, that's what we doing? It's like, wow,
bro. That I was like, bro, he just sitting there hurt.
Yeah, it's, and that's so crazy, man. That is wild. I like I like what Hazel ends up having, the ending, what she kind of ends up having to do at the end. It's like, hey, I don't want to do it, but it kind of need to be done. And
she made a deal like, hey,
correct.
You promised me. Hey, I feel like it was missing something. Like, yeah, we fought that the thing at the end.
Yeah,
but I feel like they should have had a boss fight with the grandma.
That would I would, you know what, I thought that was coming too. I thought it was gonna be something where she, all the stuff she was collecting, she ends up getting some type of power or something, and she ends up becoming the final boss or whatever. You get basically, she's the last boss fight that you got to take down or whatever, and you got a choice that maybe do something where she had a choice where you either you can kill her, or you can basically incapacitated to where she'll still be alive, but she won't be.
Kill that bitch.
Listen, I already know you killed the uncle on Ghost of Tsushima.
I actually let him go. I did
too. I did too. But yeah.
Because like I can't knock him. I couldn't knock him for feeling the way he was feeling because it's like, hey, that's tradition. and honor. But also, you know, I'm kind of like, well, shit, we'll just live the tradition. We'll still be slaves. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
so
But yeah, it was. I loved it for what it was, man. I will say this because I know a lot of people. You know, I asked a question from one of my game of the week questions, and some people they were bringing up South of Midnight, saying that, you know, they were hoping it would, I think, win like game of the year or be nominated. And I'm like, I love South of Midnight. I really do. I love the story. The story is so good, but it is not going to be nominated for game of the year.
they're not even gonna think about nominating.
Nah. If this year, go ahead.
It might get some kind of random. It might be.
It's gonna get something. It's gonna get something. But
what would it get? Because I feel like Expedition 33, any game award that South of Midnight might have snuck by and possibly could have got, Expedition 33 gonna get it.
I think it's gonna get nominated for some, but as far as winning, it's so, and that's we're gonna talk about this probably our next episode. Y'all will see this. We'll be discussing that because this year alone has had so many games. 2025.
I can already name you 5 games that if they would have came out by themselves, like now the same year would have won game of the year. Monster Hunter Wild, Expedition 33, Split Fiction.
Yep.
Was it Split Fiction or Split Faction? I might say that wrong.
I think it's Split Fiction.
Split Fiction. What else? Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Yotei. Yep. Like, bro, these are. I feel like I'm missing something that's on my playlist.
Listen, and that I guess it's the indie game or the little. I think it's an indie game, Blueprints. Blueprints is one of them. People are talking about Doom possibly being nominated for Game of the Year because it's so good.
Doom, yeah.
So like,
I think it's overhyped. Though. I think they were. I just think they ain't played Doom game. Like I ain't seen that this has happened. You like great balls of fire. This is awesome. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. It's a good play. Like, but it's nothing to busting that over.
But that and some of them, like I said, even I don't think it'll probably gonna be nominated, but it's gonna be in the RPG category, which is about like I enjoyed the hell out of that. And I think that's gonna be at least in the RPG category.
You speaking the praises of Avowed.
Listen,
the gospel of Saint Avowed.
I had fun, bro. I low key, and then I know we got the remaster, Oblivion remastered. Like, and I know people.
Oh, you hear that?
What's that? What you got?
We got the Metal Gear Solid
remaster. Yeah.
That boy, Naked Snake. AKA Big Boss. Big boy.
And don't forget, speaking of Metal Gear Solid Remastered, the man who created Metal Gear Solid, Kojima, you got Death Stranding 2. And
the damn UPS, the UPS simulator.
The some of the act or playthrough they get, look like they got more action in. I'm like, that's why I asked that question earlier when we were in the group about did you finish Death Stranding 1? I'm like, do I want to go that way?
Bro.
Do I want to go that way, bro?
Like I told you and Justin, I was fighting tooth and nail in this one part of the game. Got through and this bitch fell on a rock at the end. Like, bro, I don't think you realize like how close. Like, I could see where I was supposed to go. Like, that bitch was like, I could have spat across the line. That's how close I was. This bitch fell and broke the goddamn cargo. I said, ain't no fucking way. And I cut that hoe off and ain't play no more. Because, like, bro, I was in there for like an hour and some change, like, trying to get through it. And bro, that little bit right there broke me, bro. It broke me.
Listen.
It broke me. I was like, I can't do it. Because, like, and then I think I kept spawning on top of a mountain after that. Ooh. And it's like, so it's like, I got to try to go down the mountain without fire. I was like, bro, it's too much. Yeah, well, one boy said, cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. Man. I don't want it.
And look, I low key want to play it, man. But I'm like, bro, it look like it's gonna be just blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know people talk, once you play it, man, you gonna love it. the story and all them. Like,
and see, I want to play the story too.
Hey, listen, I'm low key might go. I low key might go watch somebody. Just watch somebody play through it. Go watch my guy play through it and sit there because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, man. I don't know. But so look, we go wrap this up here, man. So do want to ask overall, what would you give South of Midnight on your scale?
I get like a solid 6 or so.
Okay. That's what's up. Man. I know for me.
I might be a little biased because I feel like it dropped in Black History Month too, so I might be being a little biased. But like gameplay was, I think it's more so the story. The story is a lot better than the gameplay because it play kind of. And then also I played streaming on Game Pass, the Steam Deck on my TV with a PlayStation controller, so that might have been a little thing right there. Yeah, a little. So yeah, but I give it like a solid 7, bro. Like it's nothing I go pick up and play again, but I enjoy my time playing it.
Okay. Yeah, I know for me, I think it ended up being like because at the store I did, like I said, I enjoyed the combat when it was working. Like, but soon as your ass got hit, like I hated that pause you would do when you got.
Bro,
I hated that.
And you know it's crazy. When you first mentioned that, I had not experienced it. As soon as after you mentioned, I got my ass cooked in the corner with that same mechanic.
Because as soon as you get hit, it's like you pause and don't let another monster be by you. Then it's gonna hit you. And then you gotta do it started all over again, man. But for me, I'm gonna go. It was an 8. I get an 8, man. I enjoyed my time, but I really enjoyed the stories and what was going on, man. The game looks good. It's the sounds. I enjoyed the soundtrack as well. Like I said, the fighting was the only thing the only thing I had an issue with, but I love the traversal, especially when you got the ability to glide and stuff like that. The traversal
it made it feel like that platform mechanic.
Yeah,
felt good. It kind of felt nostalgic. So I get you that.
Yeah. So it was like I said, it was been an 8.
Maybe want to crank up Crash Bandicoot.
Man, listen, and you know they got. I got on my Switch. I got all on my with when they did the re-release of all of them together. I got it on my Switch, man. I need that.
Man, I don't even know why. I just realized I've never beat the Crash Bandicoot game.
You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. But yeah. So probably our next episode, man, you'll see us talking about. We're gonna be talking about basically like just the year so far. Like I said, it's May. We halfway through the year just about, and halfway through the year, like we've had some banger games.
Yeah, by the time you see that next episode, we'll be down there in June. So I will say happy year.
Yeah. So and then with that, like we'll have some guests on, some returning guests that you guys know. But so be on the lookout for that, man. But yeah. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. We just want to come give y'all a little quick episode, show y'all our faces, and talk about what we've been what we have Doug talk about his experience at PAX, man, because you know what I'm saying. Yeah. You gonna try to go next year?
Swap meet. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. One of the bad experience.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up. Well, look. Appreciate everybody that stopped by, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat, from Tony to Frozen, to my boy Jeter, man. Appreciate y'all and everybody that stopped by and said something. And if you didn't say something, or if you watching this later, we appreciate the views and all that. But remember, as always, y'all be great. We out. Peace.